Welcome back, everybody. My name is Taylor Martin. This is the best Damn EDC, and today I have a type of video I haven't done in quite a while for you guys. This is an unboxing. This box in particular was sent from Yong-Soo of Urban EDC Supply. You guys have probably heard about it. You've probably seen the Instagram account as well. He takes a ton of awesome pictures, but really what he mainly does is sell awesome EDC gear. Highly curated, high-end, really cool stuff. Sometimes, a lot of times, things that are hard to get your hands on, and he's sometimes the way that you can make that happen. So he sent me some of his newest stuff in the store to show and share with you guys. So let's get inside the box and take a look at the latest stuff from Urban EDC Supply. So here we are with the box from Urban EDC Supply. Got a little mangled in the mail, but I imagine everything's probably okay in here. But I am super excited to get into this box. I wasn't planning on unboxing this until next week, just because I've got a lot of stuff going on, but this came in and I know what's inside this box already, so I have to open it. I can't let this sit in my office for a week and not open this, because there's some pretty sick stuff in here and I think you guys are really gonna like it. But let's not delay. Let's get inside the box and hopefully not cut too deep into it to mess anything up. Let's actually just use this shallow blade and get inside. Ooh, boy, here we go. So Urban EDC Supply. Is that a sticker? That is a sticker. So that's their logo. If you haven't checked out the Instagram account, I highly recommend it. He takes really awesome pictures and videos of this gear, and it is a store, but ultimately gear porn is his specialty if I were to narrow it down to one thing. But he does weekly drops of new gear, and these are just some of the more recent things that have dropped on his website. So I think it's 12 p.m. I don't know if it's Pacific or Eastern, but every single Wednesday he drops new gear. So if you've missed those drops, that's when they happen, every Wednesday. So watch his Instagram feed. He'll tell you when they're about to drop well ahead of time. Our mission is to support and empower the creativity of today's most talented designers and makers from all over the world. We focus on bringing awareness to innovative, original creations within the everyday carry community and support independent thinkers who design with careful intention and integrity. All right, let's get to what you really wanted. These are like fancy packing peanuts, all packaged up so nicely. And I'm only going to talk about one of these really quickly, but these are the urban organizers that he designed. They're very similar to a lot of the gear organizers that I've talked about in the past, but they are different in some ways. We have the WeHob Hex Bits set. This is the Raine Z Screwdriver, and I will dwell a little more on this stuff in a second. I'm just going to get it all out of the box first. This is a carbon fiber comb from Chicago Comb Company. Really neat. This is the real business right here, though. That'll be last. We'll have to talk about that last. And that is everything from inside the box. And we'll come back to each item individually. And first, we're going to talk about just one of the organizers. I believe it's this one. Nope. This is the organizer that I'm going to focus on for this video. The other two we're going to come back to a little later in a different video to show what fits in each of the different slots. But this is the Urban Organizer. It's made with full grain leather. It's from Horween. It comes in 3 different colors. There's black, a English tan, which is this color right here, and a nut brown, which is a deeper, darker brown. It retails for $89, and there are 3 different sizes which vary in price. And all of the materials you see here are sourced from the US. So it's hand saddle stitched with this waxed poly cord, and you've got these 2 brass rivets to separate your pockets. It's also 6.3 inches tall by 4.72 inches wide. That is 16 centimeters tall by 12 centimeters wide. And your slot widths are different. They're gonna vary per slot. The first slot width on the left is 1.18 inches or 3 centimeters. The middle is 1.97 inches or 5 centimeters. And the right one is 1.57 inches or 4 centimeters. So 3, 5, and 4 centimeters. Inside here, this pocket in the middle is mostly going to be for a pocket notebook of some sort. You've got your pen slot, knife slot, and like I said, like a pry tool or flashlight slot. And then you've also got this pocket. So this wraps around all the way to the back, and you could also store something here, be it cards if you wanted. This is a little wide to carry in a back pocket, but you could carry cards in the back. You could carry papers, or a ton of different things. I don't know what I would use that pocket for, but you do have that additional pocket out back. And I'm gonna actually try to put a few things in here just to get a feel for the size of everything. I just grabbed a few things really quickly just to quickly test the size of these pockets. And like I said, I will be doing a video later on, which will do more of a deep dive into what fits in these pockets. But as you can see, I've got a TI Click EDC from Big Idea Design, a copper Olight there. I have my bug out. I have a feeling the bug out's gonna fit just fine. It does, it goes all the way in. And I have a moleskin notebook, fits in with no problem. You can see that beautiful pull up in these. And in the back, I don't know what else I could put, but if you don't want to put an Olight in there, you could use that slot for a Griffin pocket tool. This is the XL. I think a Benchmade proper fits in there just fine too. So you could put something a little bigger in this slot if you wanted. Your TPT from Big Idea Design fits as well. And this is the LD02 from Phoenix. Of course, if the copper Olight fits, that'll fit as well. It's just a little frame of reference for what will fit inside the Urban Organizer. It's really, really nice. And like I said before, it retails for $89 and there are 3 different sizes if this one's just a little big for you. Next up, let's go with the Chicago comb because, well, I think a carbon fiber comb is just a neat idea. This is kind of a big package for the comb. It says ultra smooth, light and strong, anti-static, heat resistant, fine and wide tines, incredibly smooth design to effortlessly glide through virtually all hair types. But this is laser cut from lightweight carbon fiber. It's anti-static and ultra smooth per the box. It is 7 inches long, that's 17.78 centimeters, and it weighs just 49 grams. It's very, very lightweight. This is made in Chicago. It's really strong, quite rigid. I would be afraid to carry this with me every single day just because I feel like I would probably end up breaking it. But this is the model number 6. There are different sizes and versions of the Chicago comb. This is just the number 6. There's number 2, number 1, number 3. They're all different. Some of them have the finger loops and they just vary in sizes and designs. There are smaller ones as well that you might want to use for EDC. But like I said, this one is probably not what I would want for an EDC comb. Really neat anyway, and these do retail for $17. Next up, let's go with the bits and the screwdriver. How is this in here? Let's just tear it open. Tear it open. We'll get to the screwdriver in a minute. This is your Weehaw Hex Bit set. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 bits. And they range, you have Torx bits. I see a couple of Torx bits here. I think there's a T6 in there somewhere, probably. It's the important one. There's quite a few Torx bits. Nice. Those aren't in order. You've got a couple of Phillips. You have 3 Phillips, and you have 3 flatheads, and the rest are Torx, which is really nice. I do have it written down here. You've got a T6, T7, 8, 9, 10, 15, and 20. Phillips 1, 2, and 3, and your flatheads are 4.5, 5.5, and 6. So that is your Weehaw Hex Bit set. These are really, really great for working on your knives. If you want to take out those scale screws or pivot screws, the body screws, readjust your clip, whatever it may be, fix that tension. These are really, really great for that. And the rest are just going to be great for general purpose screwdriver needs. But they also fit perfectly inside some of the screwdrivers that are available on Urban EDC Supply, such as this one. And just for reference really quickly, your Weehaw Hex Bit set is gonna set you back $15. That brings us to the screwdriver, which is from Raine.Z Knives. This is the Rain.Z Hex Bit screwdriver in black titanium. This is the orchid color. It comes in 4 different colors. I don't have those different colors on hand, but this is a ball bearing here in the end, which makes it really, really nice for tightening and loosening screws. This is a zirconia ball bearing in there, so this spins around. Doubles as, I guess, a fidget toy too. This is 3.26 inches long, that's 83 millimeters. The diameter of the barrel is 0.55 inches or 14 millimeters. I don't have the diameter of the tail of the screwdriver or the bearing, but it's about the size of a normal bearing with about maybe a little less than 1/8 of an inch around the bearing. Weight is 1.6 ounces or 46 grams. This thing is actually machined from solid titanium, which is why it's as expensive as it is. $99 for this screwdriver here, which is It's a pretty penny, but this thing is made really well. It fits really neatly in the hand. That fits right up against your palm and twists. Plus, it is magnetic, so your bits are gonna snap in there, they're gonna stay. Pretty interested to see how well this works in use, but that is the Raine Z Hex Bit Screwdriver. All right, here it is. This is what all of you wanna see. This is what I really, truly, at the end of the day, wanna see as well. The Knives Tsuru, Maniago, made in Italy. This is designed by Vox himself. So this is very, very similar to a Pilar, but it's much, much nicer. Much nicer. So this comes with a leather case. I did actually know that. This is just warranty information. So we're gonna toss that back in there and put this box to the side, because this is what we all care about. If I can get it out of the bag. It's a nice little zip pouch for storage. Let's unzip that and get the knife out. Ooh boy. So here we are with the Knives Tsuru, designed by Vox himself. Oh boy, that's tight. You can see it right there on the blade. Designed by Vox. And right off the bat, you can see that this knife is very similar in design to the CRKT Pilar. It's got a little different blade shape, but it's very similar in design, or more recently, the Pilar Large, or the Pi Large, as some people are calling it. The Pi Large, but it is closer to the original Pilar, Pilar, whatever you want to say. So I'm gonna move the large out of the way. This one is quite nice, D2 steel for 50 bucks. Pretty nice knife. This one, people have their complaints about the blade steel and everything. It came in a few different custom versions, limited edition, but this one is actually an exclusive to Urban EDC Supply, because typically this knife it does come in several different versions, and a lot of different stores have custom versions of it, but typically they have holes in the handles. Kind of looks like Swiss cheese or something, but it does have holes in the scales or handles. This one does not, and this one is a PVD coated, stone-washed PVD coated titanium handle, and you have an M390 blade steel. This knife won the award for Knife of the Year at Blade Show 2018, so last year, not this year, and it's a 2.3 inch blade, 5.8 centimeters, and that is a Bowler M390 blade. Your handle length is 3.5 inches or 10 centimeters. Thickness on that handle is half an inch or 1 centimeter, and your blade thickness is 0.16 inches, that is 0.4 centimeters, and your overall length when it is opened is 5.91 inches, 15 centimeters. The weight is 3.3 ounces, so it's not a super light blade, especially after having carried the bug out for the last several weeks. So it is a little bit on the heavier side, not heavy, but it is still fairly light, but it feels heavy after carrying the bug out for so long. And that's 93.55 grams. The cool thing here, your milled pocket clip actually has a ball bearing. It is a zirconium ball bearing on the edge of the clip, which is really neat. Then you have your all black stone wash coating. So this is what makes this an exclusive, that all black, the no holes in the handle, and that PVD coating. And I really, really like this knife. It fits really nicely in the hand. A lot of people say they don't like these Vox design knives because they don't fit well. They're not good for big hands, but I have fairly large hands, and these knives fit really, really well in the hand. I will say this one feels better in the hand than the Pilar, or the Pilar, however you want to say it. That choil, that second, it's got a double choil design, but that second, the lower choil, just fits a little better in the hand than it does on the Pilar. It just kind of, your middle finger almost doesn't know where to go for this one, but this, it just kind of sits perfectly up in there. But very similar designs, very similar knives. This knife is about 25 bucks, not with all the customizations, but the one you would buy on Blade HQ normal, Bass Pro Shops, Amazon, Walmart, wherever you find this knife, it's usually about $25, 20 to 25. This knife, this custom version of the Knives Tsuru, $279. Ooh boy, very, very nice. Like it a lot. It's very compact and a little stiff, but damn, that action is nice. It is kind of stiff, but it snaps out. I might have to loosen it up, but that is a really strong detent. That detent is so strong. Ugh, yeah, got to use that flipper. Wow, that is, I can't Spidey flick. I can Spidey flick both of these really easily. but I can't. That tint is just, wow. Yeah, gotta use that flipper on this one. But it'll be really nice to get the best of both worlds. Have that frame lock, the flipper tab, the smaller form factor with a little better ergonomics, and no real hotspots there. But also have that little short, tiny blade, lightweight, small, compact. I like it. That is the Fox Knives Tsuru, designed by Vox himself. And Urban EDC Supply does have different versions of this. They've got one that's black with the holes in the handles. There's a blue one, which looks really nice. This is the all black titanium handled, PVD coated Fox Knives Tsuru. And I love it. That's gonna do it for this video. If you found it helpful and you enjoyed it, be sure to hit that thumbs up button below and subscribe to see more stuff like this in the future, and hit that notification bell so you're notified when I upload new videos. If there's anything you saw in this video, in this box that I just opened that you like, hit those links down below. Those are affiliate links. If you purchase anything using those links, it does give us a little bit of a kickback, help support the show, and allow me to make new videos. If you want to support the show even further, you can go to patreon.com/bestdamnedc. Be sure to follow us around the web. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram at Best Damn EDC. You can find me, Taylor Martin, on Twitter and Instagram at Casper Tech. And until next time, carry on.